Well, another thing about this, water bottles. This is a metal water bottle. You probably don't want a plastic water bottle, because if you have a plastic water bottle, it drops on the ground, it breaks, or it's on the ground, somebody steps on it, what happens? Now you're without a water bottle. So make sure you get a metal water bottle. Okay? I am going to go over this in another section, but basically, lighting. The idea is see and be seen, and be considerate, and that's alert others of dangers. Now, the way you accomplish that is proper personal accessorization, and I'm going to go over that in a little while. Now, solar path markers. These things are great. They're solar lights, and you can get them at any hardware store or whatever, and they are great for marking out danger. You put them where your tent stakes are, you put them where the tie lines are, and they last a good time, a good long time past that. Now, I know in the Burning Man guide, they suggest making tent stakes out of rebar, and you bend it into a candy cane, and then you pound it in the ground, and there's a little loop there that you could, when you want, you just pull it out. The problem with that is that little loop down there that is big enough to hit a cocaine ball through. Someone could come in and get their foot stuck in it and break their leg. You don't want to break your leg, because that's a $25,000 helicopter ride to a Reno hospital. And that was an old quote. I mean, I'm sure it's much hotter now. But if you're going to do one of these candy cane stakes, get a little stuffed toy. Tie wrap it in that hole so people won't be sticking their foot in there. See, that's consideration. You don't want to ruin anybody's burn. You don't want anyone being evacuated to Reno during the burn. And also, with the guidelines for your tent, you want to mark them too. And that's particularly for a specific reason, because not only for you, but say your other camp members and other people will be coming through your camp, because they're going to want to go to the porta potties, and they don't feel like walking around. They're going to be cutting through, or they have to get to their camp and they don't feel like walking around the path. So you're going to get traffic through there, whether you like it or not. Considered of people. So what a good idea is to mark your lines with, they have this luminescent tape, or they have these little ornaments that you put on it, and they also have shiny streamers or stuff like that, or like reflectors. But that's not as good, because you have to shine a light in order to make it seen. But if you want to even go notch above that, you can get these electronic blinkies, but those are sort of costly and you have to keep replacing the batteries. So, but the idea is, besides, like putting one of these solar tent stakes around there, try to mark it so people will notice. All right? Now, where do you want to put these lighted tent stakes? You should put it by any standalone structure. Like if it's your outhouse, you have a sign, if you have flagpoles, be sure you mark that. Okay? So that does it for this section. This is my bike. And I like to point out a couple of features about my bike here. First of all, this is a regular 10-speed mountain bike. Notice I built this chain guard. And that's good for most purposes. Especially if you go around things like this or things like this. Now, I realize that a lot of burners don't have the mechanical finesse that I have. So, if you want to go around, biking and things like this, there's a way around it. And the way around it is riding. You put a pant leg like this over your leg. And then you take string. And remember, string, not rubber bands. Why not rubber bands? Because rubber bands dry out in the heat, they crack and they break and they release whatever they are holding. So, no to rubber bands. Put this leg on there, and then you tie the string above the area and one below. And you can ride around with an ordinary 10-speed bike. Okay, here we are. Now, this is your standard glow stick. Sure, everyone's familiar with them. Now I'm going to go over what I was talking about, proper accessorization. So, these are nice, but very big handicap with them. You can only see it when it's in front of you. Or if it moves to the side, you can't see it from any other one. If you're on your bike, it's going to move forward, so you can't see it from the back. So, what I'm going to do is I have my bunny ears and I have my little tassel belt here. So what I'll do is I'm going to walk forward, turn around, come back, then I'm going to go to my side, out, then come back. And you can see how it looks. Okay? Voila. Okay, so you can see that either you have something that you can see from above or something that goes all the way around you. And Glow sticks for the raves. Okay, that's it. This is Taz. I usually camp with whiskey and dust. But if you see me on the playa, be sure you stop by and say hello. So I'm wishing you all a fabulous, memorable burn. That's it.